Today is about making a positive future look possible for our planet and the people who live on it. The Living Building Challenge seeks to diminish that gap between our current limits and the future that we seek, a positive future that we seek. A warming planet, scarcity of good water, human inequality, and this destruction of our environment call us to action. Having this building at the core of your campus is a clear indication that you're ready to lead by example. It'll help students discover Hampshire more directly, bringing them into the heart of the campus and communicating your values and dedication to positive change. Each year, more bright minds to battle climate change and fight for environmental justice. So responding to this kind of call and pushing the limits of what's possible is the kind of work that stirs passion for us. It's an exciting time to be an architect, and this reminds me of why I decided to do that. Living buildings are a natural next step in our work, and we're really thankful to have had the opportunity to be here and work with all of you. Thanks to President Lash, the trustees, and the entire community for initiating the vision, never wavering, and always offering your collective wisdom and thoughts. Thanks to the selection committee for choosing us, even when you didn't like our first design. We're glad that you came to visit us. Glad that you found confidence in a table full of drawings and sketches and saw our fearlessness to take on the Living Building Challenge. Many of the things that you'll see in the building were once considered illegal or thought to be impossible. Thanks to the donors who made this project a reality, Bill and Lee Kern and others, we really enjoyed getting to know all of you, having work days in our office, and we're proud to have designed this building that honors your legacy. Thanks to our colleagues at Brunner Cott for supporting our efforts from the top down and the bottom up. We were constantly sharing what was going on here, and I think it's changed the way our whole office thinks about buildings. Thanks to the Living Future Institute for also supporting our work. Great guidance, coaching, critique, and encouragement, and acknowledging that every living building needs to be different, a part of its own environment. Thanks to my friend Jason McLennan for your friendship, support, and inspiration along the way. But today's more than just about this single building. If I can do this, so can you. If our team can do it, so can yours. I look forward to today, hearing what you have to say, both from our upcoming panel and from all of you in the workshops. Today's a day for us to think collectively about our positive vision for the sustainable, just future for everyone and share our ideas of how to get there. Jason.
Thank you, Jason. For all the folks that are from Brunner Cott, just shout out. We had a whole fun bus come out this morning. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the beginning of the story. And actually, where everyone's sitting right now, most of you are probably aware, but many of you may be not aware, that this actually used to be a bus turnaround in a parking lot. And it was the end of the sentence of a long road that came up from the entrance drive. And the summer before the Kern construction started, the courage was all over the campus, and the community said, let's take it back. And they ripped it up, and they said, let's make room for this new green space. And let's give it to the students, let's give it to the community, and take it away from the cars. And that was the starting point for the transformation of this campus, and that happened back in 2013. So, in the summer of 2013, we began our design journey for the Kern Center with enthusiasm, nimble creativity, critical thinking, and as Jason just mentioned, and thank you for not telling the story last night, Jonathan, the first cut at the Kern Center was less than positive feedback. So we started again, and we learned from that. So through spirited discussion, tables full of sketches, and collaboration with the Hampshire community, we explored the far realms of what's possible. We stretched our imaginations, and we arrived at a plan that transforms the center of your 1960s-era campus that was vehicle-dominated into a striking, welcoming, and ecologically rich setting for interaction, experimentation, and enjoyment. The Kern Center is making its own energy, catching its own water, and treating its own waste. And it is constructed of familiar materials, not harmful to occupants, and are as beautiful as they are durable, not to mention from your own backyard. It is made from stone from only 25 miles away, and the timber frame is adaptable for the future, and the building is universally accessible. And as you've all experienced yesterday, it is full of natural light, air, and encourages the community to come together and share ideas with each other. The soaring roof draws people in while collecting energy, harvesting that rain, and shading from the sun. In addition to the high level of technical performance, the project also embodies your aspirational values, engaging Hampshire more directly with the land and the larger community. The Kern Center belongs to its context, and it is rooted in its place. I want to say thank you to Larry Archie and Carl Weber. Without you, we would not be sitting on this green space, and we certainly would not have reached our goals. Thank you from your friendship and your guidance from day one. Thank you, Beth Hooker, for being the project's champion both off-campus and on-campus, and we look forward to continuing to ring that bell around the country about what's happening here at Hampshire. I want to thank the dedicated team of our design consultants, in particular Charlie Stevenson and Bruce Coldham, for your calming presence, confidence, and wisdom during our voyage through the materials vetting forest of New England. It's a path that we just started taking. Bruce started that path 5 years ago, and we made that path a little wider, and the next team will make it wider. And Mark Rosenbaum, who started us down the high-performance design path so many years ago. We can't imagine our team without your critical eye, inquisitive mind, and Mark, most of all, your bubbly personality. Thank you to our civil and water engineers, Berkshire Design Group, landscape architect Richard Burke Associates, mechanical engineers Kohler and Lewis, and structural engineer Foley, Buell, and Roberts. And I just want to say one thing about a dear friend of ours that we lost this year, Rick Klein, the heart of Berkshire Design Group. He lives on in this campus. He was our landscape architect, and he's dedicated over 25 years of thinking and giving to this campus. And I just wanted to take one moment to mention that. And he's a dear friend of the community, and he was a big loss to everyone. Right builders. Jonathan, it's hard to know where to begin. Thank you for leading your construction team and process with not only your expertise, your hearts. Every single person in your company involved with this project was completely invested in its success. Truly remarkable. Your team and your efforts gave the Kern Center a soul, and we get to experience that soul every day. Thank you for that. And lastly, I want to say thanks to the students, faculty, and staff who participated and contributed to the design process. Without you, we also wouldn't be here today. The Kern Center is a shining example of what can be achieved when a highly engaged and collaborative community who at every stage of the process inspired us to do better. This is for you, and thank you so much. It's been an honor, and let's enjoy the day. Be bold.